Amazon has some decent equipment, really. I don't know the truth. What up? It's your favorite Captain Redbeard trucker. No, it's this trucking life. Blah blah blah. Check it out. So I wanted to show you guys Amazon Relay. A lot of people have been asking. So here's the load board. This is after you get set up. I can make a video on how to set up if you need to know. It's pretty easy. So you've got post a truck. You can literally post your truck and tell it exactly. Let's see. Here's my history. Here, we'll just go to submit availability. You tell them exactly what you want. Okay. One way is literally like from Indy to Massachusetts. You know what I mean? The round trips is obviously what you think. You know, could take 1 day, could take a week. Block is several runs in a trip that they don't tell you about until 12 hours before. No thanks, not for trucking. That does not work in my opinion. Origin is obviously where you're headed from. Radius, what kind of deadhead you want to do. Destinations, where do you want to go. Excluded cities, you know, you can exclude Chicago and all that stuff if you really want to. Depends on the time of day, in my opinion. Oh, crap. And then start date, start time. They want to know all this. Trip length, do you want it in distance or duration? Stem time is like the time it takes you and I don't know why that's there. That makes no sense to me. How much time is it going to take you? Like, I don't know. Okay, so let's go back to the actual load board. I'll show you an example of how to set one up. Okay, so you go back up to here, go to search. All right, right now it's searching just anywhere, okay? Here's some of the rates. $276 is pretty nice for Amazon. That's one of the high rates, and that's for almost a full day. You'll notice that if they're short runs, they pay really good, but they're short by the miles, but there's like 8 stops. So here, let me show you an example. We're gonna go to my saved searches. This is save search number 2. Here's some of the stuff. I've got all of them, all the work types selected. Indianapolis, 75-mile radius. Destination, anywhere. Excluded cities, no. Start date, you can add whatever start date you want, and what time. I'm gonna leave that blank just for this. Crap. I'm gonna leave that just whatever it wants to show. So there's 6 right now for, look, there's the Atlanta one. This earlier was, I think it paid $240 or something, and it made it almost $1,500. So when you log out and log back in, stuff changes. Like, they're tracking what you're doing. If I open this a couple times and look at the pay breakdown, this is your pay breakdown. Look at that base rate. That base rate is absolute junk. The only reason why it pays a little better, well, you got to add them both together. That's another thing. So this is how they do it. They break them into trips, right? Trip down there, the load, and the load. So they add, you know what I mean? It's just not that much money, dude. Like, that's ridiculous. Anyways, if you keep looking at this, they will change the price eventually, and whenever it changes price, it'll show up green right here. So let's look at this. Here's a round trip, 8 stops. See, when you see the 8 stops, I should be doing this live because I don't know. Here's your money. Here's another important thing right here. It's going to tell you that some are live and some are drops. So let's find out. There's 8 stops. You click on it, go down here. This is each trip, or each stop. This is each stop for the trip. So go from Indy at 4 a.m. to Plainfield, drop that trailer, Plainfield, pick up a preloaded trailer. Although I'm seeing all that info right here, okay? And then I'm seeing the arrival and the departure here and here. This shows how many miles they are apart from each other. So with that preloaded trailer, we'll drop that in Greenfield, Indiana. That's 42 miles away. At Greenfield, we will pick up another preloaded trailer, take it to a different part of Greenfield, which is 2.6 miles away. Sorry about that. From there, they'll live unload it. I know where that is. They're actually pretty quick. It's really hard to find the right place to go to there, but it's there. Then you'll take that empty trailer back to the other greenfield Amazon, and then we'll take another one over there again and live unload it again. Wow, so you're doing back-to-back live unloads at the same place. They're estimating that it'll take 1 hour and 48 minutes. That is from an average, so that's okay. Okay, after you're done playing there, you go back to where you started and drop an empty there. So yeah, real quick, if you put in all your search things and you don't see what you like over here, the one of 4 results, you can scroll down and you'll start seeing similar matches. They require a little bit more deadhead than what you have. They're also that's why it's in red, is because it's further than 75 miles that I have set. There'll be a couple more that maybe the pay is different. Look at that, that's a good pay and run, but it's almost 2 days. It's almost 2 days of nonsense for only 171 miles, 816 bucks. You got to pay attention to that. This is what it looks like when you click book. I am in a power only. I'll show you where to select that in a second. I'm trying to find one that doesn't pay what I want. They all pay decent. Okay. They're doing a lot of short loads lately. It's kind of weird. Okay, how you choose power only and all of that. Let's go back to save searches. We'll go to save search 2, apply. Up here in this corner is where you can change your stuff. I should have said that earlier. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll click that. We've got all this stuff. We've already been over this. Start date, end date. The end date's just when you need to be back home, you know. How many stops? You can say no more than 2, which is just an out, you know what I mean? Or no more than 3, which is a there and back, basically. They count you showing up to get the trailer as 1 stop. So, just so you know, if you're new. Driver type, you could be solo or team. Obviously, if you're a team, you have a team. Trailer status, here we go. If you hit provided, that means they're providing it for you. If you hit required, that means you have to provide the trailer. Also, equipment. Here we go. This is where you can get your box trucks going. 26-foot truck, right there. I've learned to not fill in the 53 container because you have to have a license, a special license. Oh man, no, I can't get rid of it. Sometimes it gets, there we go. You have to have a special UAII or whatever, and my insurance would be an extra 12 grand a year if I had that. But Amazon sometimes sneaks them on the load board that, you know, you're still going into the rail yard, but they don't say that it's UAA required. So yeah, we ain't about that. Try to see if anything changed since we were just on here. See any difference? See if that Atlanta is still on there. Now let's go see if there's anything in Atlanta. Watch me. What do? We go here. We are going to do a one-way. Oh crap. See how this, you have to select it all weird. One way. No. Unselect. There we go. From Atlanta. Quit it. See, it's really hard to do it with the phone in this. Hang on a minute. Atlanta. Yeah. We'll just say North Atlanta. That's fine because we're going to do like a 75-mile radius. Give me a second. It's going to mess everything up, but I got to do it like this. I'm sorry, guys. 150 from Atlanta because we really want to get to at least 100 of Indiana. Okay, and the start date has to be Saturday because that one ends Friday, so Saturday morning, and we're just gonna say 135. Let's see if there is any. Submit. There are no matches. No matches. So let's see if there's anything close. Shepherdsville, Kentucky is 296 miles from there. Honestly, I think it's more than that. I'm getting a phone call. So my opinion on Amazon. It's great for beginners. If you're just starting out, got your own authority, this is a perfect thing to do here. They have contracts you can win too. you got to be on the load board all the time, that kind of stuff. I would not recommend trying the contracts at first. At first, I just recommend running off the load board. I'm home all the time, literally, because there's so many Amazons around me. I'm home all the time. There are a few Amazon runs that really you don't want to touch. There's a lot that go out to like Oklahoma from the Midwest, or from the Midwest to Texas, where you better have some other way of getting back, because you're gonna deadhead hundreds of miles to the nearest, thing coming back to the Midwest. Ask me how I know. 3 tries. I have only did Amazon. I've still not done a regular thing off the load board. I do not like the way the brokers are. I don't know. I'm gonna get over it and just do it. I'm gonna get a loadout trailer next week probably. So make sure you subscribe so you can watch all this that's going down, because I'm about to take the next step. And that's what I was gonna say about Amazon. This is a great first step for anyone, but don't stay here. You know what I mean? You're not gonna make the money. I don't know how these guys hire people to drive. Got maybe 10 trucks, I guess, then you could afford. I don't know how that works. The contracts, I don't know about the contracts either. They might pay better than that, but I haven't got into those. Got my food, got my burritos made in my microwave here. Make sure you watch my channel. I've got all about installing all of this here. Took the whole shelf out. Yeah, Amazon. I would do it. I'm gonna make a video about the cons, and I don't know. Also, it seems like you need to be on the load board a lot. Like when them contracts drop, people are like bam, bam, bam. So you gotta live on the load board. I live on the load board because when a good load drops, you only have a certain amount of time, like 40 minutes, before other drivers with a lower performance rating get to bid on it. Not bid on it, they just get to take it. You don't bid on these, but that's what's up. So, do I suggest Amazon? Yes. Do I suggest Amazon for somebody who's had their own authority for a while? Only if you want to do like one run for them, you know what I mean? Get out. If you need to get out of somewhere, Amazon's a great tool to have in your tool bag. Yeah, what do you think about that? Try that. But the trailers are good. The equipment's good here. I had one that had a light out and they fixed it. That was it. They just called somebody. Takes forever. Other than that, I don't know how you report if a trailer's bad. I think they see it as you come in, because you're supposed to have all your lights on when you come in. But they don't have anywhere for you to report that, hey, my right rear inner tire's out. No, nothing like that. So I don't know how they figured that out, but that's what's up, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. 'Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you